South Africans living abroad were able to vote this weekend at 111 embassies and high commissions in the countries where they are currently residing. There are some 78,000 registered voters living abroad. A large percentage of them voted at the London High Commission, which, with 24,000 voters, stayed open for 2 days. Let's speak now to Andisa Ndlovu, who is voted in the UK, and Achumile Majija, a South African living in Nairobi, Kenya. Let me start with you, Achumile, if I may. How did things go in Kenya?
It was very simple, to be honest, very straightforward. I think about 300 plus voters registered. So I was in and out within 5 minutes. It was very, very quiet, but I think there's a lot of turn-up that came because everyone living in Kenya came to Nairobi, Mombasa, Malindi, and so forth. But in terms of the numbers, we're not that significant compared to what I've seen in other voting stations outside South Africa.
I mean, Andisa, London was a marvel to watch. I mean, people turned up in large numbers.
Yes, I was wondering if that's how it felt for people to vote in 1994. The queues were so long. We got there around 12 p.m. and we were there for about 5 hours, and everyone was just waiting and eager to cast their vote. So it was an amazing day.
What are conversations like? I mean, in the queues.
Well, it's a variety of things. There are people who are really hopeful about, the direction that the country could take. There are people who are excited to be included in casting their votes. But also, a lot of people are complaining about, a lot of the things that are obviously not going okay with our country, issues around corruption, issues around unemployment. So it was a mixture of views from people, but everyone was just really keen to cast their vote.
What drove you to vote? I mean, Achumile, what's at stake for you in this election?
So firstly, people complain that we live abroad and we've run away, which is not necessarily the case. But I think we're still very much connected back to our country, right? We're pretty much committed to see our country grow and develop, and all the things that are happening needs to be resolved without us being there necessarily. So it's important for me to vote and have a voice in the leadership and the direction that we take. But also what's most important, I keep telling my friends as well, is it's not just the voting that's important. As much as we complain about what's happening right now, but we also need to roll our sleeves and be part of the process of resolving the issues that are on the ground. For me, it's not necessarily a party thing, but it's us as South Africans playing an active role in driving society and in driving the country to the space that we want to take it. Forget party politics, but it's me having a voice to start voting, but also how do I get involved going forward to ensure I'm part of the solution and not causing problems or just complaints. For you, Andisa?
What's the question? What's at stake for me? So what's at stake for me is a lot of things. I am a woman who comes from South Africa, and I care about issues that affect women. I am a woman who lives in the intersections of the legacy of apartheid in South Africa, and I care about how political parties think those issues should be solved. I care about my country progressing and people in my country having a good quality life. And so it was very important for me to cast this vote. Yeah.
Andisa Ndlovu, Achumile Majija, let me thank both of you for agreeing to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of course, two of experts who voted this weekend. I must say, the scenes outside the London High Commission yesterday were just spectacular.